International inspectors are continuing their work to destroy Syria's chemical weapons stockpile. The group faces the tightest deadline in its history while simultaneously navigating the country's bloody civil war. So far, Syria is receiving positive feedback and some unlikely words of praise. CCTV's United Nations correspondent Stephen Fee has more.
Despite progress on the chemical front, conventional bombs fell Monday in Hama and Dera provinces. Still, officials from the United Nations and the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons say Syria is cooperating with the UN Security Council's historic directive to destroy its toxic weapons. Meeting on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Bali, Indonesia, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry had rare words of praise for the Syrian government.
I'm not going to vouch today for what happens months down the road, but it's a good beginning, and we should welcome a good beginning.
But Turkey's prime minister, one of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's fiercest critics, dismissed such praise as inappropriate.
How can we praise the behavior of somebody who has killed 110,000 people? Can this be reasonable, I'm asking you? No matter what kind of weapons he used, chemical or not, his actions culminated in death. So how can we praise him?
In an interview with German magazine Der Spiegel, President Assad said he was reluctant to meet with an armed political opposition. According to my definition, he said, a political opposition isn't armed. That's thrown cold water on tentative plans for a long-delayed peace conference in Geneva that's scheduled for mid-November. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon still says he'd like that meeting to take place. His envoy to the region, Lakhdar Brahimi, is set to meet with Secretary of State Kerry as well as Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Bali to firm up that date. Stephen Fee, CCTV at the United Nations in New York.